How fitting that I would load into the game and of course it would play this. Anyway, welcome to the first stream of tonight's Veterans Day / Armistice Day stream. So, similar to last year, I will. Hold on now. There we goes. Anyway, so similar to last year, I will play through Battlefield 1 and kinda give fun facts about World War One. Shit, nothing. Damn it. Battle of Verdun was the longest battle of the war. Oh yeah. It was terrible. The French determination to not give up any more land to the Prussians. One moment. Anyway, yeah, it was the the French determination to not lose any more land to the Germans, the Germans' determination to capture France. Little fun fact for anyone who's not a history buff, the Battle of the Somme was initiated by the British because they were hoping that if they attacked that point, they could draw German troops away from Verdun. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Oh shit, I never checked if my VoIP was turned off. I can always double check though. I'm fairly certain it's turned off just because I usually don't use in-game chat. Oh shit. My controller died, yay. Ooh, cyanide. Farquhar or Hill? No, Howell. Auto revolver, because the revolver used by British forces.
We have taken objective apples.
Lewis gun low weight. I've always found that to be the better of the machine and Gavez.
We have taken objective Charlie.
The legend of Rollins of Arabia dies tonight. That man was absolutely insane. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in, like, he went, he saw, he kicked ass. I still need to finish that 7 Pillars of Wisdom book. I bought it because I wanted to read it, and then I never finished reading it. Whoa, what the hell? Just real quick. Wipe is off. Alright. You can never be too sure. Mustard gas, invented, I forget the name of the man, but it's invented by the same guy who invented fertilizer. And later on, his work would be used in the development of Zyklone B, which, for anyone who doesn't know, was the... Shit. Anyway, it was the chemical used to kill the prisoners of the German work camps in World War II. No, we had tanks at one point. It's funny. They added 2 extra objectives to this map because originally it was only 3, and it turned into a massive clusterfuck. But I feel like it didn't really change much. It's still pretty messy right here. Heads down, lads. I'm gonna respawn that ridge as a death trap.
I can see an enemy scout!
No, 75 meters.
The scout, do you see it?
Shit, someone spotted me. Nope. Let me get the higher ground. When the hell did I get this? Fun fact, when the SMLE was first fired on the, or here's a fact I should say, when the SMLE was first fired on the trenches of World War I, in the trenches of World War I, the Germans thought they were being fired at with machine guns because of how quickly these things could, change. Shit.
We have lost objective butter.
My reactions are slow tonight, holy shit. And sorry I'm sniffling a bunch. It doesn't happen until I'm streaming. It's irritating to say the least. I'm not gonna lie, a part of the reason why I just kind of stood still was because in my mind I thought this was Battlefield 5 for a moment, where I could toss grenades back. One of the more horrible aspects of the war was the fucking gas attacks. When gas was first used on the front in World War I, the French, they thought it was a smoke screen, so they ran into it and... God damn it. They ran into it and found out that it wasn't smoke. Okay, I'm not getting anything done as a sniper. Oh!
That's an enemy horse rider. I want to patch you up.
Damn, they have the Juggernaut.
We are losing objective butter.
Little fun fact about that armor: actually, in World War I, the Italians were the most would experiment the most with body armor. Come on, someone charge him, damn it! Charge him or get a smoke grenade in there. Alright, what the hell are our cavalry guys doing?
We have lost objective.
What the hell? Come on. Forgot how overpowered that one was. Because I only ever use it when I'm playing as the Russians. But since they don't have that map come up anymore...
You're injured, I can help.
Nope. Sorry, not sweat. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, you're so cool, dude, using that. Come on, you idiots. So originally I was gonna have some links for fuck this, my anyway, originally I was gonna have some links for veteran organizations, but since I was at work all day, I couldn't get any. San Quentin. I know it's Saint Quentin, but it's always San Quentin in my head. Excuse me. I hate Sinai Desert. But I guess I have no choice but to play it. Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Finland, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and Estonia emerged as independent countries in mainland Europe after the war. Then Yugoslavia would turn into Czechoslovakia, and then Czechoslovakia would turn into the Czech Republic. Damn it. Which, another fun fact. I believe it was the Austro-Hungarian... After the Ottoman Empire failed to take the Suez from the British in 1915, British pursued them into the desert, and a new front was created that lasted till the very end of the war. It was fucking awful. In the Austro-Hungarian military, since a lot of them were from Slavic nations, a lot of them actually defected and went to the Russians because they believed that they shouldn't be fighting the Russians since they are technically siblings, or cousins, I should say. Hamel and the Battle of Amiens, 288 tanks fought alongside the British forces. But not the biggest tank battle of World War I. I believe that was the Battle of Cambrai. I'd appreciate it if it didn't take 5 million years to load into a game. Now, unfortunately, I don't really know what weaponry the Austro-Hungarians used, or Austro-Hungarian, I'm sorry, the Turks used, so... I just kind of give them what I think they would use. What I think they used.
We have lost objective apples.
mühimmatı al.
They spotted us. Damn. That fucking thing. Wait, no, that's Taschen pistol. Taschen pistol? Which I believe is either Austrian or German for pocket pistol.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Şu mühimmatı al.
Bastard caught me reloading. Yeah, that's what I was literally playing this last month. I don't know why I'm. Maybe it's performance anxiety, or maybe it's just the end of the night. End of the day, I'm tired, sick of everyone's shit.
Bir düşman atışı görüldü.
Our army has arrived.
Whew. That better not be what I fucking think it is. Nope, Acro DH-10. Okay, so that's the standard bomber.
Orada bir gözcü var. Onlarınkilerden biri. Düşman topçuları. Aa orada. Tayyare. Bir tayyare görüyorum. Dikkat eyleyin. Şu onların askerlerinden biri.
Where did that shot come from?
Düşman topçusu.
We have taken objective George.
Shit, I can't go up that high. Whoa, what the hell? Where the hell are these shots coming from?
Hücum kıtası askeri. Gördünüz mü? Düşman hücum kıtası askeri. Hasım askeri o tarafta.
I was right, there was an anti-air cannon that slapped on this thing.
We have taken objective Apple.
Düşman tankı görüldü.
We have taken objective Edward.
O tarafta bir düşman tankı.
It's kind of hard to walk your shots with this thing.
Bir sıhhiyeci görüyorum.
You assholes are lucky I can't leave my shots to save my life.
We have lost objective Edward.
Dude, why are we going all the way back? Come on. Bring us back to the front.
We have taken objective Freddy.
Get us back to the front.
We have lost objective George. Well, while I'm not doing anything, here's another fun fact for World War One. We did, armor trains were used. In fact, there was one sent to Russia during the Russian Revolution, but, kind of got lost. Nobody knows what happened to it. It's gotta be a plane that's We
hitting
have
us.
lost objective Butter.
Okay, dude, stop it! Someone get him out of the fucking driver's seat. It's very clear he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Going back and forth repeatedly is not helping things.
Düşman hücum kıta.
Congratulations, dipshit. You destroyed the fucking train. I don't think the Ottomans used tank. Who cares?
We are losing objective Freddy.
Shit, one knocked down my sides. Shit.
Düşman tankı.
That was my own damn fault. I forgot how powerful the Shane Charmon was. Are you idiots seriously oh my gosh. Standing here isn't helping things. Does anyone have access to the AA turret? Forgot how much I hate this map.
We have lost objective apples. We are losing objective Edward.
Oh, come on! God, I hate that map so much. Both are pretty good. Teams are imbalanced, no fucking shit. What? Is that a graphical glitch, or is that... That was such bullshit, though. That charge should have killed him. That charge should have bayoneted him. Fortunately, last year I didn't realize that my microphone was up, so this fact got was unfortunately not picked up. But during, yep, I'll actually save it if I get the map. I'll bring it up. If I don't get the map, I'll eventually bring it up. Savings time was invented during the war to save up coal. In the Middle East, the rebels of the Arab revolt and the Ottoman adversaries relied on the speed and endurance of their horses and camels. I am not surprised, considering how vast the Ottoman desert is. Sorry, not the Ottoman, the Arabian desert is. Extreme long-range sniping, ineffective. Yeah, tell that to all the other idiots who think. RCS optical. MLE 1903. Where is the Shoshat? Shoshat was a piece of shat.
We have taken objective apples.
Oh, that's right. I never really had to adjust the, excuse me, the, iron sights on this. If you see my machine guns with anti-aircraft sights, it's not me trying to be... I guess to start off by saying this, I have my loadouts, like, somewhat historically accurate, so it'd be like, just stuff that they may have used. Not the Ribbon World, I don't think this was as widespread, but just because it's a French weapon and I need a French assault. But anyway, if you see anti-air sights on any of my machine guns, it's because, for whatever reason, the anti-air sights improved my accuracy. I can't explain it, I don't understand it. I'm hitting something, but I'm not... Alright, I'll go on your order.
We have lost objective butter.
Holy shit, dude. Nice shot. Friendlies. Just a little fun fact, just because I was running through those poppies. The poppy became the symbol of World War I because poppies can only grow on fields that have had disturbed soil. And since artillery just laid waste the fields of Europe, kind of became a... Oh, come on. I've always hated the stupid cavalry. They get way too much of a fucking health boost and it takes forever to put them down. I'm not running back to Alpha, dude. You're kidding me, right? What was your first clue that teams were imbalanced, game? Sorry, I'm trying not to lose my shit, but... Like I said last night, it's just been a fucking rotten week. Probably losing B. Why is the team balancing so fucking awful? And I am public enemy number 1 for that tank because... Did I hit it? Nah, my grenade didn't go far enough. Come on, you fucking idiots. How are they getting behind us? I'm quitting out of this match. If my...
We have taken objective Duff.
I forgot how stupid the player base gets when it's late at night. God damn it, Ocean, I told you to... Oh, I hope my voice is coming in clearer. I found the, actually... One second. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming in clear. I finally found that cord that I plug into my controller and headset. Giant Shadow. That one's always hit or miss, and it's rarely ever fun. Yep, I'll just give this fun fact that I was going to give earlier. Well, fun fact, this fact. During the Battle of the Argonne, a American battalion called the 77th was trapped behind enemy lines because they advanced, but they didn't know that the French soldiers that they were supposed to be fighting alongside had retreated because they took heavy casualties. So they were behind enemy lines and didn't know where everyone else was, so they just held their ground because they developed the MAS, anti-submarine boats. Plywood, only useful in calm water, still faster than any of the warship. Huh. Expressionist camouflage artillery before the battle of Verdun, March 4th, 1960. Anyway, so they get trapped behind enemy lines, and they call in for an artillery strike because the Germans are coming down on them. Unfortunately, the artillery was effective, but then, for some reason, it started creeping down towards the 77th. So, using their last carrier pigeon, because I don't know what happened to the previous ones. I think they sent it out, and they just ran out. Well, we're down to one. His name was Jeremy, or was it a her? Is either a hen or a male. I can't remember which. Anyway, so and the radio line was cut, so they couldn't send any other message. So they get Jeremy out. Right. I think it was "For the love of God, stop firing." I can never remember. It's something along those lines, but I can never remember exactly. Doesn't... Damn it. But I believe it was somewhere on the lines, and for the love of God, stop firing. And so they send Jeremy. At first, the pigeon decides it's not going to fly away immediately. It flies up, but it stays in a tree. So then soldiers are throwing everything they can, like rocks and stuff, at Jeremy to scare it away so it can fly off to HQ. I think going as far as one person trying to climb the tree and shake the tree branch. Finally, Jeremy goes. He gets shot. He gets shrapnel embedded in him. He loses an eye, and somehow he only has one of his legs holding on by a tendon. But he manages to get back to HQ and tell the artillery cannons, or to get the artillery to stop firing. The Austro-Hungarians, the bastards. Well, I say the bastards. They were just soldiers like everyone else, fighting because their nation called upon them. Alright, you watch that. I'm gonna try and kill these guys.
We have taken objective Edward.
Her door's breaking open, so there are Italians about. Oh, come on. How did he see me? I've always found it hard to enjoy this map. Sometimes it's awesome, and other times it makes you want to rip your hair out. And the Dreadnought dreads nothing at all. A fun fact, the Dreadnought's got its name. The Dreadnought, oh shit. Well, there goes our Dreadnought. Anyway, the Dreadnought got its name because of the HMS Dreadnought, because the British like giving their ships badass names.
You've taken objective George.
Down and out. Let's see, where was I going with this? Right. It was because it was named the... Since the British ship was named the HMS Dreadnought, it was named because, you know, British like epic names, and it was basically just meant, it's called the Dreadnought because it dreads not. And it is the HMS Dreadnought is the only ship to have a confirmed submarine kill by ramming into it. I'm not making that up. It's seriously, just research these World War I stories, and you will see just how insane it all was. Not just like how horrible the war itself was, but like just the insane feats people did. Where'd that come from? Morty, we gotta go fight the Austro-Hungarians, Morty. I'm sorry, that came out more forceful than I meant it to.
Feindflugzeug, aufpassen!
No, I wonder if they actually got Austrians to voice the Austro-Hungarians, or if... Wrong handgun. Or if, or if they just had the Germans record voice lines. Because I know Austrian and German are pretty similar, but they're still distinct languages. Foul or Giant Shadow? I'll go Giant Shadow. Mostly because Foul just irritates the hell out of me. As with most. Come on, why are you doing this right now? Phone. There we go. So yeah, the Italians, before World War I, they had a defensive alliance with the Central Powers. But since the Central Powers were the ones who started the war, predominantly Germany and Austria-Hungary, they did not join their side, instead joined the Entente Powers, which was made up of France and Germany. Yeah, I'm going to look this up right now. Oh, I was right. The Battle of Cambrai was the biggest tank battle in World War I. And fun fact about tanks. They are called tanks because in order for 1,600 kilometers long, stretching from St. Petersburg in the north to the Black Sea in the south. Anyway, they were called tanks by the British because they wanted to ensure that if a spy got a hold of any, like, it was either manufacturing papers or transportation papers, they would see tank and they'd immediately just be like, oh, it's a water tank, nothing to worry about. And also, Germans originally didn't have a name for a word for tank, they just called it the tank. the term Panzer wouldn't be used until during World War II. Till Pippin chitty old bean. Howell automatic. I remember I learned something about that. I think it was... I might be thinking of the Turner semi-auto, but I do believe they originally wanted a semi-automatic SMLE, but the problem with it was that command wasn't very impressed with it, so they're like, nah, let's stick with the SMLE. There it is. Let's get medics up there. Cannot aim to save my life tonight. I don't know what is going on there. Shit.
We have taken objective Duff.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to survive that. Oh, shit, they have the tank hunter. That's not good. Another fact about tanks, when the A7V was first introduced, German High Command was not overly impressed, so they only made a few and just fielded those that were available. And when they were first used on the battlefield, I believe it was used by Germans near an Austro-Hungarian defensive point, there was a fog, and the tank got turned around, so they
There's some first aid.
wound up going back to friendly trenches. But they came across Austro-Hungarian forces, and the Austro-Hungarians believed that... And the Austro-Hungarians, seeing the tank roll up, thought it was a British tank, so they started shooting on it, and when they started shooting on it, the Germans inside thought they were at the British trench, and they opened fire on their own guys in the trench. Yeah, not a... Wait, was he chambering the... or no? What?
You want no holy flag? Move it, move it!
I totally did not mean to shoot him. Damn it. Well, Dragon Storm, a... Oh, thank you.
Cheers, pal. You want me to patch you up? I can fix your wounds.
Get him, someone. Okay, now someone help me, please. Sorry, I was just laughing because... I was laughing because I always find it funny.
You're injured, I can help.
I always found it funny in this game where anytime you get shot in the head, your steel helmet pops off. But if you're not wearing a steel helmet, it doesn't make any sense. Because, again, you're not wearing a steel helmet. Like, for instance, the guy I'm playing as is supposed to be of the British Gurkha troops, which is basically just a fancy term for the British colonial troops from India. And instead of wearing a steel helmet, he is wearing a... I I think it's still called a turban, but it's a Hindu turban, not a Muslim turban. I think they wrap theirs differently. I don't know. I don't know enough about religious headdresses.
I'll fix those wounds.
Yeah, it was just funny because
Are you hurt? I'll patch you
it's
up.
made of cloth, or at least I think it's made of cloth, not
I'll deal with those wounds if you
steel
like.
helmet. So yeah, shit. Sorry if I'm going and stuttering a bunch. I talk faster than I think sometimes, so my brain doesn't always catch up to what I'm trying to say.
You've got damage. I'll fix you up. I can fix your wounds. Are you hurt? I'll patch you up.
Shit. Not bad. The ultimate, it was an exercise in futility. Please keep that tank in view. No! I appreciate your intentions, but you just cost us a weapon we could have used. It amazes me how many people have blank dog tags in this game. I don't mean that as a bad thing, which means there's new players, but the fact that there's new players when this game's time has come and gone. Alright, we're gonna need a machine gun. I'm just not having good luck with matches tonight. Hopefully Battlefield 5 goes differently.
Line creeper, one of theirs.
Shit, this is the telescopic, not the shit. I hate using the scopes.
We have lost objective apples.
So it's 64 or 32 versus 32. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it's not going well. It is so fucking hard just to get a good game on this map. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. It just is.
That ammo's for you. Ammo, pick it up.
Alright, someone needs to get F under control. Shit, that tank's still in action. That was a headshot? MG 0818, I should say. Holy shit, where do these guys come from? Fucking artillery trucks. I hate that they were added to the game, or that they were in the game. It is such a waste of a tank slot. Worst even more, or even, no, worse still, any idiot can just camp in the main spawn of any team, and then just, like, not do anything and just hammer an objective with artillery shells. What did he kill me with? Okay, no way he killed me with the M1918 Storm variant. Don't come for me, man. What? I moved out of the way. Sure, when I do it, someone moves 1 centimeter out of my path. I miss. I move 1 centimeter out of their path. It puts me back in front of it.
Take the ammo.
This game normally isn't so frustrating. I don't know why it's being a little bitch right now. Shit. That's not going anywhere. Secure F objective, you idiots. Come on.
There's ammo.
Alright, I'm quitting out of this. I hate this fucking map so much. I'd hate it less if I could get consistent games on it, but I can never get a fucking consistent game. Every single time I played as the British, it's always been a one-sided beatdown from the Germans. Montegrappa. Because I have another story. Christ, I've only been... Centro-Caspian dictatorship, nation that bravely emerged from chaos of World War and the Russian Revolution in mid-1918. Didn't last for very long. Oh. Well, I guess I'll say it anyway. So, in World War II, there is a day known as White Friday. Now, I get conflicting reflecting tellings of this, but basically, there's one of two things. So, there was a massive avalanche, and is believed to be started because both sides were constantly shelling each other, trying to intentionally cause an avalanche to bury the other side, from the Italians trying to bury the Austro-Hungarians and vice versa. I've also heard that it's because they were just blasting holes into the mountains to make their bases that it made the snow unstable, so you know, it just happened. But anyway, a lot of soldiers died fighting in the Italian Alps because of the avalanches. I guess morbid would probably be the best term. What's kind of morbid about the whole thing is that that occasionally they will find frozen corpses from World War II still up there. All right, boys. Let's show the British how to really fight. Nope, 1911A1 was not used in World War II. World War I, I mean. Harlem Hellfighters. You will never find a more badass group of... Well, that's incorrect, but they were one of the most badass groups of soldiers in World War I. Made entirely of an entirely African-American unit. Unfortunately, the U.S. military at the time was, well, segregated. And so black soldiers were not allowed to serve alongside American soldiers. What made it worse, they were not allowed to wear American uniforms either. So the 369th, a unit from New York was basically stationed on their own. I think they had American uniforms, but they had to wear a French Adrian helmet. And, like, these guys were super badass. Like, they never lost any ground to the Germans. And they were the first ones to cross the Rhine during World War I. Or not cross the Rhine, I'm sorry, reach the Rhine. Crossing the Rhine was a big deal in World War II. Well, in any World War it's a big deal. Shit. Because basically once you hit the Rhine, that's it. You've essentially taken Germany. It's absolute bullshit the way the Hellfighters were treated, but honestly, they more than solidified that they were badasses that deserved to fight alongside white Americans. I mean, seriously, like, no... I don't think there's any other unit, I might be wrong, I don't think there's any other unit that was able to hold their ground against the Germans and claim that they never lost 1 inch of ground in World War I. A little fun fact about the trench sweeper I'm using. The Germans, when it was introduced into the war, wanted to protest it because they believed it caused unnecessary damage. The irony in that is that the Germans were the ones who were using toxic gas and, flamethrowers.
We have taken objective Charlie.
But can we hold objective Charlie? Pounding noobs into submission. Haha.
We have lost objective apples.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna hit him. Fuck, I forgot about this part of the...
We have lost objective Charlie.
I could take solace in that they're not doing anything for their team, but it's incredibly fucking annoying every time I spawn in and a fucker on top of the roof kills me.
We have taken objective Duff.
Like heroes! The objective is ours!
Got one of them. More importantly, I got the medics, so... Shit.
We have lost
I should have
objective
respawned.
Butter.
It's another thing I hate about this map. It is so hard for the Americans to hold on to their give me objectives. Get up to the front. Come on, let's move. Oh, come on! That was a point-blank shotgun blast. No one can survive that. And I don't know what the reason behind it is, but it seems like every time I play as the Americans on this map anymore, it seems like they can never win. Or not even when I play as the Americans, just Americans, period. Can't seem to win on this one anymore.
We have taken objective butter.
It was funny, when this game first came out and I had the Harlem Hellfighter shotgun, I was always at the top of the leaderboard. Not because the gun is overpowered, but just because I used it so effectively. Holy shit.
Many thanks.
Damn, I'm sorry I keep doing that. I don't know what it is. It only happens when I stream, where my throat just gets a bunch of phlegm, and then my nose gets just a shit ton of snot. And our flag is still there.
We have taken objective apples.
Here's a little bit of American badassery for all y'all. When the American troops, which I believe the Marines were the first to arrive, or at least when the Marines arrived, I don't remember if they were the first. The French were in the middle of retreating from a battle, which, rightfully so, they were getting their asses handed to them. And as they retreated, they asked the Marines, as they were marching forward, they need to leave, they're retreating. And the Marines responded, "Retreat? Hell, we just got here."
We have lost objective butter.
Enemy medic over there.
And the Marines would go on to fight in Bellawood, and they would scare the ever-loving shit out of the Germans. Supposedly, according to Marine military history, the Germans gave the Marines the nickname Trüffelshunde. I think I'm pronouncing that right, which translates to devil hound, or devil dog, rather. And one of the reasons why the Marines were so effective was because while bayonet training was a massive part of all militaries, the Marine Corps specialized in bayonet
We
training.
are losing objective butter.
So, like, I guess the difference is most militaries, they would teach you the rest of the world militaries, they would just teach you the basics, like do this, do that, stab them. The Marines turned it into an art form and just kicked ass with it. Of course, nowadays, since bayonets are kind of outdated, you won't see... I don't think they train with bayonets anymore. But they are also the only unit that still has a bayonet sheath on their uniform. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that last bit.
Objective Duff.
Up and at 'em, boys.
Excuse me. Where did that shot come from? No way in hell he saw me from there. Well, we're putting up a decent fight, but we're not making any ground. I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm burping so much. I mean, yeah, I have a soda next to me, but that shouldn't be affecting how often I'm burping. Okay, just a standard.
Shout trooper! Watch him!
I guess they wouldn't know that they were called stormtroopers, huh? Here's another little fact about this fun little... Shit. How about this shotgun I'm carrying? Shit. Well, I got 3 of them, not bad. Anyway, the reason why my guy is able to cycle the action and shoot so quickly is because the trench sweeper... Sorry. I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle, so it's pushing a lot of air out of my stomach when I talk. Anyway, this shotgun lacks a trigger disconnect, which on a normal shotgun, that would mean every time I pull the trigger, I have to cycle the action. Well, I would have to let go of the trigger and cycle the action in order to shoot again. But with this one, I can, every time the action, oh my gosh. Because it lacks that trigger disconnect, you can cycle the action while holding down the trigger and you'll fire all your shells at once. The term is called slam firing. I think rifles can do this, but I'm not 100% sure. Like bolt action rifles can do this, but I'm not 100% sure. But that is also why you need to be careful, practice caution whenever you are handling any kind of firearm.
Halfway there, the enemy has the upper hand.
Shit. Something that's just annoyed the hell out of me in Battlefield 5. They included the trench sweeper, which we did use in World War II, but it did not include the ability to slam fire it. Which is weird because they added the Ithaca, which is a shotgun that has slam fire capabilities, and they added in the slam fire function. Wrong direction. It's another reason I've hated this map. It pretty much ties into people just going up on top of there when jumping out of planes. There's so many damn snipers. Unfortunately, Battlefield 1 made sniping a little too easy, so everyone wanted to be a sniper, and since the sniper class would eventually get the Martini Henry, which is the most powerful rifle in the game, annoyingly enough, one-shot kill no matter where it lands, then you just incentivize way too many people to be a sniper, and opening that up so that way when he decides to move... Oh shit. Shit, is there a tank coming through? Nah, but we're about to have a fun party involving all our friends.
We are losing objective Charlie.
I did some damage. Shit. Someone kill him. Someone kill him.
Oh, grenade! It's great.
Whoa. Who's who? I can't fucking...
We have lost objective Charlie.
Come on. Alright, come on, you idiots. Push up. I'm fucking sick of getting in there and only half the squad being... not even half the squad. The third of the team being there. Not even a third. An eighth of the team. Fuck you. So... Forgot how much I hate the planes. Alright, snipers, move up. You're doing nothing. I really wish they would remove snipers from first-person shooters. All it does is incentivize idiots to do absolutely nothing.
We have an airship en route.
Alright, I'm quitting out of this fucking match. Why do I keep getting the short bus teams? This is not fucking fun. Battle of the Jutland was the biggest naval battle of the war. 250 British and German combat ships clashed in the North Sea. And yet, the British still couldn't get a hold of the the waterway that connected, basically the rest of Europe to the Atlantic Ocean. I really don't understand that mechanic. Because if they're soldiers who have been training with bayonets, they would be used to having to ready their rifle after running around with it. Though granted, you usually wouldn't attach your bayonet until your officer gave the order so you could charge. The area around San Quentin was covered in heavy fog as German stormtroopers attacked effectively and captured all their objectives. Yes and no. While the stormtroopers were pretty impressive and usually were effective in what they did, the German over-reliance on them ultimately is what led to the failure of the spring offensive. Alright, I'm going to try to get 2 more games in, and then I will switch over to Battlefield 5. I'm sorry I haven't completed a single game tonight. Every single map server I've been on has been frustrating. That's not true, I did complete 1 match. That's only because I joined late, though. I don't know what it is. I keep getting thrown in with the team that does absolutely nothing. Then I keep getting the maps where it's a sniper fest. And I like Battlefield 1, but the snipers were way too fucking prevalent in the game. Another fun fact about Poland, it was split between 3 empires. God damn it, really? But yeah, it was split between 3 empires. It was split between the Austro-Hungarian, the Russian, and the German Empire.
Objective Edward.
Which one? Not Mazin. Suppressive. Here we go.
We have taken objective Butter.
Was it Tanchen pistol? Repeat the pistol. And these guys like to use the Gewehr 95. Here we go.
We have taken objective Duff.
I didn't get... Oh my god. Fuck you, assholes. That was another thing I hated that they had that you could lock your squad. I can understand not wanting to play with random people, but at the same time, when all you're gonna be is snipers and then you lock your squad so no one can fucking tell you how to play the game properly, fuck you. Shit, they're underground. Shit, that means they probably have the Juggernaut. That's not what it's called, I just call it the Juggernaut. The Fanculo! You gotta say, learning about the Italians in World War I they're fucking intense. They literally had a unit called the Arditi, which I think they are either shock troops or just a special unit where their specialty was close quarter combat. These guys, their little motto was, we either win or we all die, and their whole deal was just getting into enemy trenches and messing them up with melee weapons. You know, I actually find it pretty ironic. In real life, the show was a piece of fucking shit. You cannot convince me otherwise. The design was super horrible, because the Crescent magazine, which there isn't anything wrong with the Crescent magazine in practice, or in theory, but in practice, since it was so fucking flimsy, the damn thing had a chance of Shit, they do have the Juggernaut. They had the chance of bending, so then if it bent, I believe they had to waste time trying to get the damn thing set up properly. And then, because of the open bolt design, and since the Crescent magazine had an opening on the side of it, it made it easier for Mud to get inside of the gun and completely jam it up.
Feindliches MG gesichtet!
Come on, that was right on him! Anyway, yeah, the damn thing would jam because just shit design. Come on!
We are losing objective Duff.
Da! Feindliches Maschinengewehr!
Shit.
Da! Wachposten! Granate ist raus! Aufpassen!
Fuck you. Really? Only 18 rounds for... This better be a powerful fucking... Okay. This better be a powerful fucking revolver. And here's a little fun fact about the American side of things. Since at the onset of the war we were neutral because, well, it was across the pond, it wasn't really going to affect us. We were selling, I believe it was ammunition and fuel, I might be wrong about the ammunition, to both the Central Powers and the Entente Powers. Though eventually both the Germans and the British would start blacklisting ships that were going to the opposing sides. Like, say, if there was an American ship that was heading to... yeah, so say there was an American ship that was going to Germany to sell... just whatever to Germany, it would be blacklisted by the British, and then if a ship was going to England to sell stuff to England, it would be blacklisted by the Germans. And you're probably wondering, well, Emu, why were the Americans neutral for so long? Well, because, A, not only because the war was across the pond, essentially, we kind of saw it as not our problem, because mostly it was between... Well, no, it's not because we didn't see it as our problem. It's less so that and more... Fuck. Damn it. We... How do I explain this? Right, okay. So, part of it was because we believed it wasn't our problem since it was across the pond, and also because since the United States was a mix of people from the German Empire and from England. So there are a lot of people who believe that we should join... So there are a lot of Americans who believe we should join the Central Powers because of so many German Americans. And there were a lot of Americans who believed we should join the British side because... Shit. Of course he's using that thing. And then there were a lot of Americans who wanted to join the British side because they had British ancestry. And of course, and then there were also a bunch of Irishmen who wanted us to join the Central Powers just because they hated England. Which, if you look into the reason, into what England did to the Irish, yeah, it's not... I understand completely why they'd want to back the Germans. Eventually, and though as the war went on, it kind of started to become harder to remain neutral. Not because, like, one side was committing atrocities or anything, but because, as the war went on, England severed what is called the transatlantic communication cable, which basically was the only way we could get any news on what was going on over there. So whenever we needed any news, the British basically gave us only their version of things, instead of like, oh, this is what the British are doing and this is what the Germans are doing. They specifically made it so that the British were the victims in the whole thing, and the Germans were the bastards. So that kind of tainted our view of the Central Powers a bit, but we were still, ultimately we were still going to do business with them because we were neutral, and unfortunately, war is profitable. And then, two things happened that the Germans really should not have done. The first thing, there was the ship called the Lithuania. Wait, no, I'm sorry. The first thing was what's known as the Zimmerman telegram. But first, a little backstory on that, and I should have turned around when I heard those footsteps. When America first became an independent nation, we enacted this doctrine called the Monroe Doctrine, which essentially told Europe that they were not allowed to interfere with anything in North, Central, and South America. Which, of course, I think pretty much everyone just ignored. Like, oh, you're a young nation and you just passed that, like anyone's gonna listen. Which, ultimately, it didn't work because the French were involved in, I think it was the Mexican Revolution? Not the one in 1920, but the one where they were trying to gain independence from Spain, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. My knowledge of Mexican independence is very poor, which is ironic because I'm half Mexican, but...
We have lost objective Charlie.
Anyway, so, jump ahead to I think it's 1917. The Germans sent a telegram to Mexico, called the Zimmerman telegram. And, holy shit. And basically, what it said was, hey, Mexico, if you attack the United States, and if Germany wins the war, we'll give you all the territory that America had gotten from you. So obviously this pissed us off because they violated the Monroe Doctrine, but ultimately we were still neutral in the war.
An enemy airship is
and then the Germans, I think it was a German spy, decided to sink the Lithuania. I can't remember the ship's exact purpose, but essentially, I can't remember what the ship was doing exactly that made it a target. All I can remember is that it was a target to the Germans for whatever reason. So the Germans sink it, and obviously that is, I think it was, you know what? Let me look this up. It was either a merchant vessel or it was a warship. Kind of ship was the Lithuania?
An enemy
World War
airship has
I.
arrived.
Nope, not WE1. Oh no, never mind. It wasn't the Lithuania. What? Damn it! What went up? What? Okay, I can't remember the name of the ship, but there was a ship that was sunk that was American, and it basically pissed us off enough to the point where we decided to join the England's side in the Entente Powers. And yeah, that's basically the short story of how we eventually joined World War I. And honestly, it's kind of terrifying to think how it could have gone differently had the Germans not interfered, and for some reason we decided to join the Central Powers. Because then that would mean England would have a two-front war, and not only that, but they would have someone who could contend with them in the Pacific. Or not Pacific, I'm sorry. The Atlantic.
We are losing objective butter.
They can have it. I'm sure it's confusing because I know Canada, Canada was one of the first on this side of the hemisphere to join the war, but keep in mind, at that point, Canada was still pretty much a British colony. Yeah, they'll claim they were independent, but what an independent nation that used to belong to England, would they still put the Queen or any kind of the royalty on their money? Because if you're truly independent, wouldn't you put your own political figures on there? I mean, hell, we have political figures who weren't even the leaders. Hamilton and George Washington, or not Washington, I'm sorry. Benjamin Franklin, respectively. Wait, what am I doing cowering? I have the armor. Shit, gas. Can anyone see what's going on in there? Oh, I see. It regenerates grenades over time for... I guess that makes sense. You don't want grenade spam. Especially from the heavily armored guy. Not bad. Got two of them. Could have done a lot more. Could have done a lot better, and fuck you. And no, that was not me throwing anything in anger. There was a fucking roach. And I need to be quieter. I should... Yeah, I'm good.
We are losing objective Duff.
Honestly, it's so insane just to think about how all of this started because Austria, not only just because Austria-Hungary wanted Serbia under its control, but because Germany decided it was a good idea to invade through Belgium without acquiring permission to move through their nation first. And I know it's a constant meme. Well, the Austrians were the Serbians were the ones who started it. They assassinated Archduke Ferdinand. Sure, but last I checked, it wasn't the Austro-Hungarians that marched into Belgium and committed the rape of Belgium. Last I checked, it wasn't Germany that decided, oh yeah, von Steufen plan, let's go.
Mist! Fight! Fight!
Yep. I should have just shot him. That's what I get for toying with my target. Yeah, honestly, no matter how you cut it, it's pretty much Germany's fault it got as out of hand as it did. Or got as insane as it did. Because Austria-Hungary just wanted Serbia. Not saying that would have been right for Serbia to just... not saying it would have been right for Serbia to just take it and for their allies to abandon them, but at the same time, had Germany not decided that they were going to go through Belgium, then I'm pretty certain the entirety of the Western world, or sorry, the rest of Western Europe would have stayed out of it. But that's only speculation. Unfortunately, when it comes to massive historical events like this, or... Fuck you. Fortunately, when it comes to massive historical events like World War I, or hell, even the Holocaust, it's impossible to guess what would have happened had things gone differently. Not only because there's so many variables, but just because it's just impossible to know. Yeah, long story short, Germany's still to blame for starting World War I. Check yourself. Okay, that's pretty clever. Oh, don't tell me it's that glitch. There we go. Shit. Oh, good. Someone got him. But it's also important to remember and when I say that Germany is responsible for World War I, I obviously just mean their government. Because all of them, every single soldier who fought in World War I, whether they were part of the Central Powers or the Entente Powers, they were just soldiers doing what they were told. They were fighting for their countries, and you can't blame them for that. Sure, some of them did horrible things, and absolutely the ones that did horrible things should be condemned and probably forgotten. But it's just as important to remember a lot of them were innocent in all this. And were just soldiers doing the job. Oh, was he inside? Okay. Still confusing as shit, but okay. Nice shooting. Wait, am I out of... Oh, shit. Okay, we need to find a way in there.
A sentry kit is available.
Did someone grab it?
Your location.
Yeah, someone grabbed it. Okay. Got one of them. And he can't be revived because he was meleeed. Come on, guys, you can do it. Get in there. If he had a flame trooper, this would be a lot easier. Here's a little fact about flame troopers. In World War I, since it was kind of obvious that if you're using a flamethrower, you need someone who wouldn't be afraid of fire, Germany recruited a bunch of firefighters to be their flame troopers. Someone get in there, there's only one of them. Yeah. Oh shit, I keep needing to spawn as a medic. Oh, and to add on my thought of all the soldiers doing their job, they definitely should be remembered. I mean, I guess that goes without saying, but... Like I said, the ones who did horrible things, obviously they should be forgotten and condemned, absolutely. But for the guys who are just suffering in the trenches... Hell, not just suffering in the trenches, but going as far as to, literally having Christmas Eve with one another because because that was the one thing they all had in common. Well, some of them had in common that they were well, Christian, to say the least. Oh well. Which is also why it's important that we do not forget everyone who fought in World War One. I kind of understand why. I kind of understand why it's easy to ignore not ignore, but like kind of put World War One in the back burner, because World War Two, it was very clear there was good, and it was very clear good versus evil. But in World War One, it wasn't as clear. Oh yeah, you're just sharing me about Jeremy was awarded the Croix de Guerre. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And another thing about Jeremy, he is stuffed and on display in the Smithsonian. No, yes, no. He's on display at a museum, I believe, in Washington, D.C. I think it's the Smithsonian. I'm not sure. I think that might be. No, yeah, it is the Smithsonian. And that's not the only animal to have done amazing things. There was this dog, a good little dog. He went by the name of Sergeant Stubby. And when he was first discovered, Sergeant Stubby was a stray dog. He didn't have an owner, and well, I mean, yeah, he was a stray dog basically. And so I forget his full name, but a man by the name of Conroy. Basically, he felt sorry for the poor dog, so he took him under his wing while he was training with Yankee Company in New York. Now, normally, on a military installation, you would not be allowed to have a pet back then. But since everybody loved Stubby, he became their unofficial mascot. And of course, and like this dog learned fast. Like Conroy, I think his name was Conroy. I can never remember his owner's name. Anyway, he taught him all the basics. He'd wake up for morning roll call. He would be there in the mess hall among the troops. And then once it came time for Conroy to go overseas to Europe with the other obviously with the other American units, it meant he would have to leave Stubby behind. And rather than leave his best bud behind, he snuck him into his jacket and smuggled him on board the ship they were using to get over to Europe. Unfortunately, and while he did hide him pretty well, unfortunately, I think it was the commander of the ship eventually found Sergeant Stubby.
We have lost objective.
But Sergeant Stubby But Sergeant Stubby had a bit of a trick up his sleeve. One of the things that Conroy had taught him was how to salute. And so, when Conroy when Stubby saw his superior officer, he did a little salute. And the commanding officer, being so impressed with that, decided to allow Stubby to stay.
We have taken objective Charlie.
There! Enemy machine gun!
We have lost objective butter.
German victory is ours! I'm hurt bad! Help me out! It's a scout! There, boy, sniper! Here's some ammo! 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 Get some!
Taken objective butter.
There! Ammunition! You got me! Medic needed! It's an enemy medic! That's a tank!
We are losing objective butter. We have lost objective apples. We have lost objective butter. We have lost objective butter. The enemy controls all objectives. Halfway there, the enemy has the upper hand. We have an airship en route. are losing objective apples.
Under attack! Get ready for it, men!
We have taken objective apples. We have taken objective Freddy. We have lost objective Edward.
Sie haben eines unserer Ziele besetzt.
Leg dich wieder hin! Ich flick dich zusammen. Verbindlichsten Dank.
We have lost objective Freddy. We have taken objective Edward.
Soll ich mir die Wunde mal ansehen? Ich helfe dir!
We have lost objective Butter. We have taken objective Butter. We have taken objective Duff.
Ich kontrolliere das Ziel. Sieh zu, dass es so bleibt.
Lass mich deine Wunden!
We have lost objective Butter. We have taken objective Butter.
Granate raus!
We have lost objective Freddy.
Der Feind hat eines unserer Ziele erobert! Du bist verletzt. Ich kann dir helfen.
Halfway there, we have the upper hand.
Soll ich dich wieder zusammenflicken? Ich sehe mir die Wunde an.
We are losing objective Charlie. We have lost objective Edward.
Ich sehe einen Wachposten.
We have lost objective Duff. An enemy armored train is en route. We are losing objective Charlie. We have taken objective Duff. lost objective Edward. We have lost objective butter. We have lost objective apples.
Tut mir leid, mein Freund.
We have taken objective Freddy. We have lost objective Freddy. We have taken objective Edward. We have taken objective Freddy. We have taken objective apples. We have lost objective. have lost objective Charlie. We have taken objective Edward. We have lost objective Edward. We have taken objective Charlie.
Literally, the only job the Russians had during the Brusilov offensive was to knock out the Austro-Hungarians. But due to their stupidity in not just tactics, but in not reinforcing the fucking position they were at, they got the Germans, instead of shattering the Austro-Hungarians fell back. The Germans came in and sent the Russians packing. That's stupid. Oh no, it's only for Battlefield 4. Do I have any more stories? No, honestly, I think I'm out of World War One stories. I do apologize for not being articulate in terms of not just storytelling, but like giving an understanding of the battles. I just chalk that up to I'm horrible at remembering information, important information. So then when I do remember it, it's not what it actually is. So I do apologize for when I was talking about the Serbians, I do apologize for basically butchering that story. So it was insane. Just all of it in World War One. Well, I think that will do it for the Armistice Day portion of this stream. Which I know it's 2:19, so I'll probably only have enough time for like a few games of Battlefield 5. Yeah, just honest. How do I articulate my thoughts on this? I guess really all I can say is, on your own time, learn as much about World War One as possible. Because a point I tried to make earlier, but I got sidetracked. It's easy for this war to get overshadowed by World War One or World War Two, sorry, because World War Two has it's very clear there was good and there was evil, and they fought. With this, it's grayer. Soldiers were just fighting for their nations. They weren't fighting because, like in World War Two, because their Führer told them that Germany's glory should be spread to the world and they need to kill all the subhumans, or because their emperor told them that they should rule supreme because they are the superior superior to all the others. And because World War One gets overshadowed by World War Two, we remember the stories like of Easy Company or the Marines, just to name a few who fought in World War II, which they should be remembered, obviously, but we've forgotten we've forgotten the stories of the soldiers who fought in World War One because of it. Like, we forgot, like, honestly, if it wasn't for... I reference them a lot in my titles. If it wasn't for the band Sabaton, a lot of the stories I relayed, I would not have known even happened, because the stories didn't last. So which is why I highly implore anyone watching this to go out and learn as many stories as you can or want. Learn all about it, because because we should not let their memory be forgotten. Otherwise, then they just would have died for nothing, and no soldier should die and be forgotten. Obviously, we don't, and I'm not saying memorize every single name of all the soldiers who died, but just remember their sacrifice and remember the hell that they went through. All because one asshole decided it was a good idea to because one asshole decided it was a good idea to go through a neutral country without acquiring their permission to march through. Anyway, that will do it for the Armistice Day portion of the stream. If you watched this while it was live, I appreciate you stopping on by. If you're watching this after the fact as any kind of archive footage, I also appreciate it. I think in the link I'll have some in the description below this video in the archive, I'll have some like World War I charities, or not museum. I guess there would be World War I charities, but like World War I museums and just places you can donate to that are dedicated to keep their memories alive, because like I said, they need to be remembered. If you would like to stick around, I will continue do the Veterans Day portion of this, where I will play Battlefield 5, recite as many World War II facts as I can remember, and give thanks to those who past and present, who gave their who were willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice for everyone. If you don't wish to stay around for that, I hope you have a good night. Any of you who stay, I'll see you in a moment. And since I don't have anything else to say, as always, I hope you enjoyed.